नहीं ऐसे
कोई नहीं मैडम, कल भेज देना।
हाँ, वो मैं करके
कल भेज
साइन
देना।
करके कल तक
कोई
सारे
दिक्कत
डॉक्यूमेंट भेज दूंगी।
हाँ जी वो श्वेता आपको बाद में भेज देंगी।
जी सर, जी
So
सर।
now we have set up here
ओके सर,
and I welcome you
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
through
थैंक यू।
online viva voce examination.
जी सर।
The candidate Miss Tina is ready for presentation.
जी सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Once she will make a brief presentation, then it is your right to intervene in between also.
ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम।
And once you declare her fit
Okay.
for the purpose, then only anybody can enter into this discussion.
Definitely sir, definitely।
So I with this I request you to allow the candidate to make the presentation,
Definitely
please.
she can start the night. First of all, I want to thank you, sir, providing this opportunity to me online first time. I'm taking this Viva first time online. Thank you very much. And now she can start the presentation.
Sure, she can start.
Respected Paramjit Kaur ma'am, Karampal sir, and dear Shweta ma'am. Today I am going to present my thesis on sectoral efficiency, volatility and co-integration analysis of Indian stock market. I have categorized my thesis into 7 chapters. That is, chapter 1 is introduction, chapter 2 is review of literature, research gap, significance of the study. Chapter 3 is problem definition, objective of the study, hypothesis of the study, research methodology. And chapter 4, 5 and 6 are covering the findings on weak form efficiency, volatility and co-integration and revision. And chapter 7 is suggestion for the investors, limitations of the study and scope of the research. Now chapter 1, introduction. As you all know, Indian stock market is an important part of the Indian financial system, and there are two major exchanges in India, that is BSE and NSE, and there is one regulator also, SEBI, to regulate the market. And my study is concerned with the sector indices of NSE. There are different sectors like bank, financial services, FMCG, IT, retail, metal, pharma, PSU bank, realty, energy, and private bank. And concept of volatility and co-integration. Different type of investors, whether they are institutional or retail, invest in the market to maximize their profit and to lower the risk. So before investing, they have some knowledge on the efficiency, volatility and co-integration. So every investor should have some knowledge on these 3 concepts, and I have covered those 3 concepts simultaneously in my study. Concept of efficiency. Concept of efficiency was launched by Vivek Sharma in 1970.
ये इसका मीटिंग का म्यूट कर लो। म्यूट कर लेते हैं।
संदीप बाकी को म्यूट कर दे।
अगर आप म्यूट करेंगे तो फिर आवाज डिस्टरबेंस कम होगी। एक का चलता रहे जो बच्ची बोल रही है।
Concept of efficiency. Concept of efficiency was launched by the Eugen Pharma in 1970, and according to him, efficiency is that state of market where the prices of securities or stocks fully reflect the information that is available into the market. He has given the 3 forms of efficiency, that is weak form, semi-strong form and strong form. Weak form of efficiency is the state of the market where stock prices already reflect the past information related to prices, volume and returns of the stocks. And here in the weak form, technical analysis is not necessary. And in the semi-strong form, semi-strong form is that state of the market where the stock prices not only reflect the past prices of the past prices information, but also the current information that is coming into the market. And in the strong form efficiency, the stock prices not only fully reflect the past and current information, but also the insider information also that is not publicly available, that is available only to the stock market insiders and experts and mutual fund managers. And concept of volatility. Volatility measures the pricing behavior of the stocks, where the stock prices moves up and down, and in a given period of time it is concerned with the price fluctuations. There are various type of volatility: historical, implied, relative, conditional, and unconditional. Historical is the that volatility where that is actually realized volatility of the past prices, and implied is that volatility that is concerned with the underlying instrument of the asset, and relative is that volatility where we measure the volatility of one asset compared to the another asset, and conditional is related to the past price, that is conditioned on the past prices movement, and unconditional is simply the average of historical volatility. And volatility have some characteristics like clustering, asymmetric effect, mean reversion, and persistence. Volatility moves in cluster, like large prices movement are followed by the large price changes, and low price movements are followed by the low price changes. Asymmetric effect means it covers the positive and negative news impact on the volatility. Mean reversion, where mean reversion means the security prices that moves away from the mean value, and that would reach to that mean value again after some time. And persistence covers the time in which the volatility shocks may die out, for how long the volatility shocks persist in the market. Next. नहीं हो रहा। अच्छा। Concept of co-integration. Co-integration refers to the simultaneous movement of two stocks prices in the same direction. It is concerned with not only the direction of the security prices, but focus on the stable distance of the stock prices also. In mathematical or statistical term, we refer the co-integration as a stationary linear combination of two non-stationary processes in a given period of time. And the concept of co-integration revolves around stationarity and order of integration. Stationarity refers to that state of the variables where the basic properties of the distribution like mean, variance, and covariance remains constant over a period of time and do not changes. And order of integration refers the times which requires for a non-stationary series to convert in a stationary series. And concept of causality. Concept of causality, when we study the integration for short run, then we have to study the causality analysis. It is the concept where the forecasting ability of one variable is analyzed, and where one variable helps in forecasting the movement in other variable. And cause and effect relation is analyzed in causality analysis. It may be unidirectional or bidirectional. In unidirectional, where one variable affects the movement of another variable, and in bidirectional case, both the variables are causing the movement of each other. And so the questions raised in the study are whether the different equity sectors are informationally efficient or not, and what is the volatility status of the sector, what type of responses these sectors generate towards the volatility, and whether these sectors are co-integrated or not. If yes, then to what extent these sectors are co-integrated, whether these sectors are correlated or not, and which sector movement is causing the other sector movement. And review of chapter 2 is concerned with the review of literature and research gap. I have gone through various studies, various Indian and foreign studies related to weak form efficiency, volatility, and co-integration in my thesis. And research gap that I have found that there was no focus simultaneously on these three attributes: efficiency, volatility, and co-integration on the sector, on different sectors within a single domestic market. And very few studies are available on the sectoral indices within these covering these three attributes in India. And due to globalization, focus on single stock market is fading, but this focus is necessary for those individual investors who prefer the investing in domestic market and who are starters or initiators in the stock market. So, basis on the questions raised in the study research gap review of literature, I have defined the problem of thesis like sectoral efficiency, volatility, and co-integration analysis of Indian stock market. I have worked on it during my PhD. And significance of the study. My study is very significant for the investors and researchers concerned, because investors and researchers are concerned toward the performance of risk and returns in the market. They are more concerned about to minimize their risk and maximize their returns. And investor and researchers interest. Different type of researcher and investors are interested not only in the journal index performance, but they are interested in different sectoral indices performance, because they have to diversify their portfolio and they invest in different sector rather than only a journal index future. And trade benefit. Traders benefit. Different type of traders are interested in to minimize their losses and maximize the returns. So to benefit to the traders, my study is beneficial. And knowledge. To enhance the knowledge of investors who are interested in domestic market instead of international market, and who are the beginners in the market, as my study is contribute to their knowledge. And objective of the study. Two different objectives have been formed by me in my thesis. That is, first objective is to measure the weak form efficiency of the sectoral indices of NSE. Objective second is to examine the responses of NSE sectoral indices towards the volatility, and to analyze the co-movement between NSE sectoral indices and NSE Nifty 50. And fourth objective is to examine the relationship among NSE sectoral indices themselves. And fifth objective is to provide the suggestions to the investors about the diversification of equity stocks. Hypothesis of the study. I have formalized according to the four objectives for hypotheses. Like there is first hypothesis is there is no weak form efficiency in the returns of NSE sectoral indices. Second hypothesis has two parts, A and B. A is there is no heterogeneous responses of NSE sectoral indices towards the volatility stocks, and B is there are no significant spilling responses between Nifty and NSE sectoral indices. Hypothesis third, A is there is no co-integration long run between the NSE sectoral indices and Nifty, and B is there is no co-integration long run integration among NSE sectoral indices themselves. And fourth is there is no significant relationship among sectoral indices of NSE. Research methodology, chapter 3rd. Research design. My study is analytical in nature. Data that I have used in study is collected from the NSE India India.com website, and time period is April 11 to March 18. Daily closing prices of the indices have been taken by me, and a sampling design. In sample, I have covered all the sectors of the NSE, that is bank, PSU, bank, financial services, auto, FMCG, pharma, IT, media, metal, realty, along with NSE Nifty. And software that I used, eViews, RATS, and SPSS, and statistical tools in different chapters. Like in findings of efficiency, I have used descriptive test, statistics, ADF test, autocorrelation runs, Jonathan H. Wright. And for the volatility, I have used ARMA model, autocorrelation test, ARCH test, eGuards test, bivariate backguards, and co-integration and relation. For the co-integration and relation, I have used ADF Johansson co-integration test, vector error correction model, and Granger causality and correlation. And chapter 4, findings on the weak form efficiency, where I have used ADF test with drift, without drift. These are the formulas, and this is the null hypothesis of ADF test. Return series are not stationary or random walk process. And the second is autocorrelation, third is runs test, and fourth is Jonathan H. Wright test. These are the formulas, and hypotheses are there is no autocorrelation in the return series for autocorrelation test, and for runs test the null hypothesis is given sequence is random, and for the Jonathan H. Wright test, null hypothesis is return series is random. So by using the descriptive statistics, I have analyzed that returns are returns FMCG and auto sector provided the highest return, followed by financial services, media, bank, pharma, IT, Nifty, energy and realty. PSU, banks and metal were those sectors which provided lowest return or negative returns. And volatility of the sectoral indices. Here on the basis of standard deviation, I found that realty, PSU, banks and metal were those sectors which provided the highest volatility, followed by the bank, financial services, media, IT, energy, auto. And pharma, FMCG and Nifty were those sectors which provided the lowest volatility. So we can say that FMCG and auto were the most prominent sectors which provided the highest return with lowest volatility, and realty, PSU, banks and metal were the modest sectors which provided lowest returns and highest volatility, while the pharma, energy, media, IT, bank, financial services were the sectors which provided average returns and average volatility. And the returns of all the sectors, including Nifty, were stationary at level, which means returns were mean reverting. And based on the auto correlation test, all the sectors except FMCG were found correlated, so supports inefficiency. And runs test. By using the runs test, it was found that in a auto, bank, metal, pharma, and realty, these in these five sector, null hypothesis of randomness got rejected. It means there was no random walk, and these five sectors were inefficient because the prediction was possible in these five sectors, while in rest of the sectors, null hypothesis of randomness got accepted. So these sectors were random and these sectors were efficient. And right variance ratio test based on rank, score and sign. So इसमें word की फाइल निकाल सकते हो? निकाल वो जो मैंने मिनिमाइज करी थी, ये इसमें स्कोर थोड़ा यहाँ तक लाना एक बार बीच में, जोनाथन एच राइट, और आगे लास्ट और आगे, बस On the basis of right test based on rank, I found that only FMCG and IT set null hypothesis of randomness was rejected in FMCG and IT, and in all rest of the sectors null hypothesis got accepted. Means in all the sectors randomness was there except FMCG and IT. And in rank score based test, only FMCG randomness null hypothesis was rejected in all the sector except FMCG. Means in FMCG randomness hypothesis was accepted. Means FMCG sector was only efficient in on the basis of rank score, while the test based on the science was more robust compared to rank and rank score. So on the basis of right test based on sign, it was a null hypothesis of in energy, FMCG and media was accepted. It means energy, FMCG and media were found random, following random walk, and so these sectors were efficient, and while rest of the sectors were inefficient. And financial services and PSU bank, null hypothesis of randomness was also at 5% was also accepted in financial service and PSU bank. So the random walk was followed by these two sectors also. And now findings of weak form efficiency. These are the summary of the findings on weak form efficiency based on autocorrelation. ये आगे पीछे थोड़ा पीछे जी. So the weak form efficiency was concluded in this slide. like based on the autocorrelation runs test and right variance ratio test. These are the results. Only FMCG sector was found efficient based on all these three tests, and energy, financial services, IT, media, and PSU bank were showing the mix-up result of efficiency and inefficiency. So we can say that these 5 sectors were in line of efficiency, not totally efficient, but they can achieve efficiency in future period. And auto, bank, metal, pharma, and realty were the 5 sectors which were completely which were found completely inefficient during the study period based on all the 3 tests. And Nifty was also inefficient. Now, chapter 5, findings on volatility. On the basis of Egart's model and bivariate Beck-Gart's model have been used in the volatility chapter. And on the basis of these tests, I have analyzed the volatility. And I have analyzed the volatility for the full period from 11 to 18 and from 11 to 15, and third is from 15 to 18. I have divided the study period from 11 to 15 and 15 to 18 because I have to check the heterogeneous responses of the volatility shocks in different sectors. So I have divided the period in 2 parts, but I have analyzed the volatility for the full period also. And this Egart's 1-1 model from 11 to 18 is given. The results are given in this slide. Here we can see that arch effect and Garch effect, alpha 1 and beta 1, are significant in all the sectors, and in IT sector and PSB sector are not included here because the arch effect was not found in IT and PSUB sector. So these 2 sectors were not taken here to apply the Egart's model, but rest 9 sectors were taken to apply the Egart's model in a full period. So we can find that arch effect and Garch effect p-value were significant in all the sectors, and asymmetric effect is also significant except the FMCG sector. In FMCG sector, p-value is not significant. It means there is the FMCG sector is not impacted by the negative news shocks, but it is impacted by the positive news shocks. And Egart's 1-1 model from 11 to 15. From 11 to 15, only IT sector, when I have applied the Egart's model on 11 to 15, only IT sector was found having no arch effect, so it was avoided to apply the Egart's model. And the rest 10 sectors, rest 10 sector, I have applied the Egart's 1-1 model and found that arch and Garch and leverage effect was found significant in all the sectors except arch effect. In media sector, arch and Garch were found insignificant, and leverage effect was found insignificant in energy and FMCG, realty, and PSB. Leverage effect was found insignificant in 4 sectors because it means these sectors were not impacted by the negative news, but they were impacted by the positive news. Or in media sector, arch and Garch effect was found insignificant. It means that there was volatility in media sector, but it was negligible. And from 15 to 18, there were only 7 sectors where the Egart's model was applied, because rest 4 sectors, in rest 4 sector, arch effect was not found in from 15 to 18 period. So Egart's model is applied on only 7 sector, and I found that arch and Garch effect was significant, except Nifty is also insignificant during 15 to 18, and pharma sector and bank sector is also showing the insignificant p-values, means the arch effect was not so significant, or can say that negligible impact on the volatility. And Garch effect is significant in all the sectors, in all 7 sectors, including Nifty. And symmetric effect is also significant on all the sectors, means negative news impact is significant on the current period volatility during the 15 to 18. And this is I admit, and this is the statistics of EGARD's parameter like in 7 sectors. In all 3 periods, the 7 sectors, on 7 sectors, I have applied the EGARD's model because these 7 sectors were common in all 3 periods: auto, media, metal, pharma, realty, bank, and financial services. So by using the alpha, beta, and gamma, means arch, gauge, and leverage effect, I have used their average and standard deviation, find out their standard deviation from 11 to 15 and 15 to 18, and check the heterogeneous responses. It is analyzed in this table that the average value of alpha, beta, and leverage effect gamma is increased. Alpha value is increased from 11 15 to 15 18 period. It means arch effect was increasing from first period to second period, and beta value is decreased. It means the volatility persists for returns of return of beta, means the average value of Gauge effect was 0.97032 0.9060, means have decreased, means the persistence was very low during the study period, and the volatility shocks were died quickly, and the leverage effect was also decreased, means the impact of negative news shocks were less there in 15 to 18 period. And standard deviation, based on the standard deviation, I have seen that alpha effect, means arch, and gauge, that is beta effect, both have increased from 11 15 to 15 18, and leverage effect is also increased, means standard deviation is increased in all the 3 attributes, means there were heterogeneous responses. In all the 3 sectors, and that is arch effect, gauge effect, and leverage effect was heterogeneous impact on the volatility during the 15 to 18. And now this is the concluding table of volatility from 11 to 18, 11 to 15, and 15 to 18. Like simply by applying the EGARD's model, clustering was there in all the sector except IT and PSB sector, because in IT sector arch effect was not captured, and persistence and leverage effect in full period and 11 to 15 and 15 to 18 was there in all the sector except IT and PSB. And in 15 to 18 also these 3 impact was found. Clustering, persistence, and leverage was found in all the sectors, Nifty, auto, bank, and but in energy, FMCG, IT, and PSB, these 3 attributes was absent, clustering, persistence, and leverage effect, because the arch effect was not found in these sectors. And from 11 to 18, heterogeneous responses, there were heterogeneous responses of volatility towards the shocks of auto, bank, and financial services, and media, metal, pharma, and realty also shown the heterogeneous responses towards the volatility, while the heterogeneous responses were not found during the study period in energy, FMCG, IT, and PSB. And this table shows the spilling effect of the volatility. It means whether the volatility of journal index, that is Nifty, is impacting different sectors volatility. Here we can see that A12 refers the arch effect, and B refers the gauge effect. A means arch, means the previous impact of previous news shocks, and B refers to the previous covariance, impact of previous covariance of related sector on the current period volatility. So we can see that the volatility of Nifty was found as arch effect was significant. Arch effect of Nifty was significantly spilling in the FMCG sector, pharma sector, bank, PSB, and financial services, while the gauge effect of Nifty was spilling significantly in auto, energy, FMCG, IT, realty, and PSB. And while on other side, the volatility of different sectors, whether the volatility of different sectors spill towards the Nifty, whether the volatility of different sector by themselves is impacting the volatility of Nifty and contributing to the volatility of Nifty. So from this table we can see that arch and gauge effect of different sectors, and arch effect was significantly arch effect of FMCG, media, and realty, bank, FMCG, media, realty, bank, and only bank. Arch effect of these four sectors was significantly spilling towards the Nifty, and gauge effect of auto, FMCG, media, metal, realty, and financial services. Gauge effect of these sectors was significantly spilling towards the Nifty, means the gauge effect of these sectors were significantly contributing to the volatility of Nifty. And FMCG, media, and in overall we can see that FMCG, media, and realty were those three sectors whose arch and gauge both effects was spilling to the Nifty, means their volatility was contributing towards the Nifty movement. And this is further a snapshot of spilling, arch spilling and gauge spilling, means from Nifty to sectors, and from sectors to Nifty. This table shows that from Nifty to FMCG, pharma, and bank, PSB, and financial services, means arch was spilled in from Nifty to FMCG, pharma, bank, and PSB, and financial services, while the arch effect of FMCG, media, bank was spilling towards the Nifty and realty also. And the gauge effect was spilling, or gauge effect of Nifty was spilling towards the auto, energy, FMCG, IT, and realty, PSD also. And gauge effect of sectors like auto, FMCG, media, metal, and realty and financial services was spilling towards the Nifty, was contributing towards the volatility of Nifty. And now chapter 6, findings on the co-integration and relation. In chapter 6, I have used the Johansson co-integration test and vector error correction model. Here the null hypothesis is there exists no co-integration, and alternate hypothesis is there exists co-integration. Vector error correction model is also used for the long run error, long run relation that is corrected, that was corrected. And Granger causality test is also used in this chapter, where the null hypothesis is y, series y does not causes x, or x does not causes y. And correlation is also used in this chapter to find the relation between different sectors. And this table represents the co-integration relation, co-integration and relation result. When I have applied the bivariate Johansson co-integration test in Nifty along with all the sectors, and I have found that only one pair, that is Nifty and auto. Nifty's work was co-integrated with only auto sector. Nifty was co-integrated only with auto sector during the study period because its p-value is significant. And when I have applied the Johansson co-integration test in sectoral indices themselves, then I have found that only there was 4 pairs was there which confirmed the long run co-integration, that were bank and financial services, FMCG and media, metal with PSU, and metal with realty. These 4 pairs represents the long run co-integration, because the p-value was significant at 5%, in these 4 pairs, means these 4 pairs were co-integrated during the study period, while the rest of the sectors were not showing any co-integration with other sectors, and Nifty was also not co-integrated with other sector except the auto sector. And this is the vector error correction model finding. Here vector error correction model was applied on these pairs where the long run co-integration was confirmed, that is Nifty Auto, Bank Financial Services, FMCG and Media. Here, by seeing the ECT term, error correction term, we can see that p value is significant and negative. It means the like 0.061 in Nifty and Auto pair, we can say that around approximate 1.6%. The disequilibrium from the long run co-integration or long run equilibrium was corrected by 1.6% in the Nifty and Auto pair. And like in bank and financial services, we can say that approximate 3.47% disequilibrium was corrected during the study period in bank and financial services, and in FMCG and media, the error correction means the deviation, correction in deviation from the long run integration was corrected by 0.45%. And in metal and PSB, the disequilibrium from the long run co-integration was corrected by 0.29%, and in the metal and realty, the correction was there from 0.53% during the study period. And this is the result of Granger causality test, where we can see that whether the Nifty, whether the returns of Nifty were causing the returns of other sectors, then we can see that p value was significant in energy, media, metal, PSB and realty. Means the Nifty was causing the movement of energy, media, metal, PSB and realty, while different sector like auto, bank, energy and financial services were causing the movement of other sectors or not. We can see that bank was causing the Nifty, and rest of the sector like auto, energy, financial services, media and metal, PSB and realty. Likewise, financial services was causing the movement of Nifty, auto, energy, media, metal, pharma, PSB and realty. And metal was causing only Nifty, and pharma was also causing Nifty, and PSB was causing the returns of bank, and realty sector was contributing towards the returns of energy, media and metal. And this shaded pink part shows that there were bidirectional causality in metal, PSB, PSUB, public sector unit banks, and realty and energy. These were the 3 pairs where the bidirectional causality was confirmed, and while in rest of all the sectors there were unidirectional causality. And on the basis of this table, we can say that bank and financial services were the 2 sectors which were causing the movement of most of the sectors during the study period, while other sectors were not causing the other sector movement, and FMCG, IT and media were also totally not causing the movement of other sectors. And this is the correlation table, simple the correlation table. Nifty was correlated with auto, bank, financial services, energy, PSB and realty from moderate to highest correlation, and different sector like auto, bank, energy, financial services were correlated with Nifty and with the other sectors. This table shows only the simple correlation, and this shows that different sectors were showing the modest to highest correlation with each other. And this is the concluding table of all the 3 parts finding, like auto, bank, energy, financial services, the result of weak form efficiency, volatility, co-integration, correlation, and the previous table was the causality table that I have shown you recently. And here we, in this table, I can suggest to the investor by seeing this table that auto, bank, metal, pharma, and realty were those 5 sectors which were inefficient during the study period, and volatility dynamics was also found captured significantly in these 5 sectors, and heterogeneous responses was also captured in these 5 sectors. So the investors can find undervalued securities in these 5 sectors and can gain the abnormal profits, above normal profits in these 5 sectors. And these sectors were co-integrated, like auto with only Nifty, bank with only financial services, metal with only PSB and realty, and realty was co-integrated with metal. So while investing in these 5 sectors, we can say that these sectors were co-integrated with the relevant sector, and we can if we are investing in any particular sector, then we can see that we can, if this is generating the positive returns, then we can invest in the co-integrated sector also to gain some positive returns from this sector. And correlation with the other sector is also from moderate to highest in these 5 sectors. While energy, financial services, IT, media, and PSB were those 5 sectors which were in line of efficiency. Means these 5 sectors are not totally efficient, but in line of efficiency, they would gain efficiency, and the coming future with some government more focus and with the trading of investors. So investing in these 5 sectors would require some expertise strategies, and investors investing in these 5 sectors can gain only with some with the expertise strategy if there are experts who are gaining the profit opportunity, who are seeking the profit opportunity in the sectors, and they can invest. And the volatility dynamics was also found significant in these 5 sectors, so the profit opportunity is also there, and heterogeneous responses was also captured in financial services, IT, financial services, and media, and only media, while heterogeneous responses in PSB, IT, and energy was not captured. Means there may be some homogeneous responses instead of heterogeneous responses, so the profit opportunity may be less compared to the sectors where heterogeneous responses were found more significant. So, and these sectors like energy was not co-integrated with anyone, and FMCG sector was co-integrated with media sector only. So any investor who is investing in the FMCG sector can invest in the media if it is giving a positive return. And FMCG sector is the efficient sector in all the 11 sectors. So we can say that FMCG sector, in any investor, whether the institutional or the retail investor, can't gain the abnormal profit by investing in the FMCG sector, because this sector was launched because this because FMCG sector was efficient, so any investor can't gain abnormal profit in this sector, because this sector was launched first of all in all other sector. This sector was launched in 1999, and the trading value of this sector is highest from all the sectors compared to all other sectors, and trading participant in FMCG sector are more compared to other sectors, so its value is the highest compared to other sector. So only in Indian expert
you can date.
So
Indirect.
in India, only FMCG sector is
Online
efficient where the profit opportunity can't be found. And FMCG sector is efficient, so it is not correlated with the other sectors also. And volatility dynamics were significant. Heterogeneous responses was not there. And so we can see that on the basis of previous table of Granger causality, on the basis of this table, we can see that bank and financial services were causing the movement of rest of the most of the sectors. So investors investing in bank and financial services should keep in mind that if I am investing in bank and financial services, then these two sectors can lead to the movement of other sectors movement also. So while investing in these sectors, investors have to take due care because these are causing the movement of other sectors. And while IT sector was almost stable during the study period, so IT sector is only the sector IT sector is only the sector that is beneficial for the risk aversive investors, where the investors who can't take more risk can invest in the IT sector because it was stable during the study period. And limitations of the study. Now, international market was not considered in my study, while international market impact is also necessary in the domestic market studies. And different international market can impact the different international market affects the domestic market, and other segment of the market instrument like derivative, futures, currency, debt market were not taken into the consideration. Macroeconomic factors like inflation, exchange rate, GDP, economic growth, unemployment, money supply, and budget also not considered in my study, because if I covered these macroeconomic factor in the study, then this becomes the strong form of efficiency, while I have covered only weak form efficiency, not the strong form, and not the semi-strong and strong form. And time period was limited in my study period from 11 to 18, while the study can be taken for the longer period, and statistical tools used were limited and based on their own few assumptions. So the study scope of the future research. Due to the interlinked market, study can be done including the international market instead of domestic market, and same aspects like efficiency, volatility, and co-integration can be checked for the other segments of the market like debt instrument, derivatives, and futures, currencies, etc. And impact of macroeconomic factors can also be included in the study while checking the attributes of efficiency, volatility, and co-integration. And this type of study can be carried out by taking some longer period, which can include up and high down markets, and this can provide more reliable results, and more advanced statistical tools can be used in the study that have their own realistic assumptions. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Tina, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
पहले तो I just want to tell you, you have done great job. बहुत अच्छा काम किया है आपने.
Thank you.
आप ये share because आप मुझे लगता है सब मुझे अगर सुन पा रहे हैं तो I will give this credit to your supervisor and the department also. बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया है, and the tools and technique which you have applied very good. And as a part and parcel of the process, I have to ask you few questions, and everybody is ready to listen to me when I am asking the question.
Yes,
Shweta, are you able to hear me? Shweta, क्या सिर्फ आप ही मुझे सुन पा रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, वाइवा हो गया. उनको बोलो कि मैं क्वेश्चन, जब मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रही हूँ तो सिर्फ आप मुझे सुन पाओगे या बाकी सब भी सुन पाएंगे?
सब सुन पाएंगे मैडम।
सुन पाएंगे सर। मैं क्वेश्चन मैं आपको पहले ये बताना चाह रही हूँ कि बच्चे ने काम बहुत अच्छा किया है सर। उसका थीसिस बहुत अच्छा है। शी हैज डन वेरी गुड जॉब। बहुत अच्छे टूल्स एंड टेक्निक शी हैज अप्लाइड and I'm very happy and I'm satisfied. As an part and parcel of the process, I have to ask questions to her.
Sure,
Tina,
sure,
are
sure.
you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The first question which I wanted to ask you, that how you have decided your sampling period and procedure?
Ma'am, I have decided the sampling period from 11 to 18 because while selecting different sector, I have observed that different sector were launched in different years, while most of all the sectors were a common period was there, that is 2011. All the sectors almost was launched from 2011, so I have taken the 11 to 18. While if I had taken the 2008 9, then some sector may be skipped because their launching date was from 11. So I have taken period from 11 to 18. And second
11 to
question,
18.
yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
what was the second question that you have asked?
Second, the procedure which you have adopted for selecting the final sample size.
No, ma'am. All I have I have not skipped any sector. I have taken all the sectors.
No, I'm not asking. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you have skipped. I'm asking the procedure adopted by you. When we decide, this is my final sample size. The procedure adopted by you to reach to this.
Ma'am, Mayor, only the thought that different investors, whether they are institutional or retail investor, invest in different sectors. First of all, in a layman word, in a layman word, we can say that any investor who is investing in different stocks, if we ask from him that where you want to invest, then he would say, I would invest in pharma sector, I would invest in IT sector. So the sectoral approach is very common.
Say which sector. Okay. Tina, simultaneously you are explaining me. If I will ask Tina to compare the two period, one is COVID-19 and second is your period of study.
Online.
Yes, ma'am.
So then what is
Expert
your answer
candidate.
will remain the same or the answer will change? For selection of the basically sector by the investors, either the institutional or the individual.
Ma'am, we can take all the sectors. Sectors are common, whether it is a slowdown period or it is a common period or it is a very booming period. We can take all the sectors, but it depends what type of returns these sectors are actually giving. Now this period is COVID-19, where all the market is in slowdown period. All the sectors period, are yeah, and all the sectors are giving almost negative returns and not giving the positive returns. So
not giving the positive return.
Yeah.
And my adjoining question to you is, if your variables, efficiency, volatility, and co-integration would be examined in the period of COVID-19, so then the findings will remain the same or the findings will change?
No, findings remains the same.
It remains the same.
Yes,
and you will stick to findings according to.
Ma'am, findings remains the same. Whether it is a different thing whether the particular sector or sectors are going down or up, but the efficiency and co-integration and relation volatility would be the same during my study period. Like like in FMCG sector was efficient during my study period, and in this recession period is also FMCG sector is efficient compared to other sectors. But this is irrelevant that the sectors is giving negative returns during the study period, and the co-integration where where the sectors were found not co-integrated, then we can say that like nowadays we can observe that when Nifty people trade, investors trade in Nifty futures, Nifty 50 they trade, and we can observe that when the Nifty is increasing, then there are few sectors which are moving against the Nifty movement, like pharma sector. Mostly we can observe that pharma and metal sector are those two sectors which are moving against the Nifty movement. So we have to see such type of thing, whether they are co-integrated or not. Pharma is although pharma sector securities are included in Nifty, still pharma sector is
Tina, how you have measured the weak form of efficiency? How you have measured the weak form of efficiency?
Weak form of efficiency, I have measured through autocorrelation, runs test, and write test on the basis of 3 tests, by using 3 tests.
By using 3 tests. Okay. My next question is related to the that what do you mean by the clustering volatility? What do you mean by how you define the clustering volatility?
Clustering, in the clustering volatility, actually clustering is the feature of or characteristic of the volatility where the volatility moves in clusters. Clusters means where the large prices are followed by the large prices, and small prices movement are followed by the small prices, means there forms some clusters whether they can of large prices and they can be made up of small prices. So the volatility can move in clusters.
Okay, then how you define the stable co-integration?
Stable co-integration.
You have used the word when you are giving your presentation.
Yeah.
That there is a, when you talk about the after the clustering volatility co-integration, and how you define the stable co-integration.
Stable, ma'am. Suppose I would explain this with an example. Suppose there are 2 cars on road. 2 cars are moving in the same direction. Likewise, 2 stocks are moving in the same directions on road.
Okay.
And now,
that is
now this is the directional focus of co-integration. This is the direction that they are moving in same direction. And now distance, I have used the word distance also, means co-integration confirms the distance also. 2 cars, when 2 cars moves in the same direction. Yes, ma'am. Hello. You hear me, ma'am? Hello. Sir, एक बार देखना, एक बार आवाज नहीं आ रही.
Tina, I am not able to hear you.
Ma'am, can you listen me? Hello.
अब सुन पा रही हूँ. अब सुन पा रही हूँ.
Yes, ma'am. I am saying that we can explain this with an example. Suppose there are 2 cars on road, and 2 cars are moving in the same direction. This is the directional focus of the co-integration, that they are moving in same direction. But when we use that 2 cars are moving in same direction with a equal gap, like in both cars there is a equal gap of 1 meter, and they have moved to 1 kilometer with a equal distance.
How you have measured this? With which tool you have actually examined this stable co-integration?
Co-integration table is co-integration is finding out by the Johansson test, but I am explaining you what is the co-integration.
No problem, no problem. We can move on. There is a one software which is used by you. 3 software used by you, na? One is SPSS, then second is the, I think, R Studio.
No, eViews, SPSS, and RATS.
eViews and eViews, SPSS, and then the RATS.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, RATS का आपने what is the full form of RATS?
RATS is the real.
कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ दीजिए अगर फुल फॉर्म नहीं पता, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट आपने कहाँ पे यूज किया ये रैट्स? डाउनलोड करके कहाँ पे, जहाँ डिपार्टमेंट में अवेलेबल था?
मैम एक्चुअली रैट्स एक्चुअली मुझे फॉरेन फैकल्टी ने प्रोवाइड कराया था टेलीग्राम के थ्रू,
इसीलिए मैंने स्पेसिफिकली क्वेश्चन पूछा तरह से. देख ले, चलिए कोई बात नहीं. मुझे ये बताओ कि why, what exactly the Jonathan co-integration test tell us? Specific, अगर मुझे दो sentence, if you want to answer me in 2-3 sentences, although you have explained in detail, but if you answer me in 2-3 sentences, for which specific reason, for which specific purpose, Jonathan co-integration test is actually used by us.
Ma'am, Jonathan test is used to find the long run co-integration.
Long run co-integration.
There is a term integration. When we study the integration in for the purpose of long run, then the term converges to co-integration. Means integration term is studied in two terms, that is co-integration and causality. When we study the integration in for the long run period, then we use that we have studied the co-integration. And when we use the integration for the short run period, then we would use the word that we have done the causality analysis.
Okay. After your period of study, so many regulatory framework changed. ध्यान से सुनना मेरा question. After the period of your study, or maybe during the period of your study, so many regulatory framework changed for the sector, for the stock market condition. What is your opinion that RBI and SEBI should play an active role so that the conditions which is actually previously existing should remain stable, remain same, or better?
Ma'am, actually it depends on the economic condition. What type
what
of
is the
regulatory?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
I'm asking you specific question. Regulatory framework, which means the regulatory bodies supervising the stock market. When we are talking about the different sector, there are few sector which are directly looked after by the SEBI, and there are few. If I'm talking about the financial sector, banking sector, it's actually surveillance is given to us by the that is RBI, not the SEBI. So what I'm asking specifically, over a period of time, regulatory regulatory framework that is changing for the different sector, which means regulatory body, either the RBI or the SEBI, should play active role. आपकी study, according to your own observation, when you are doing your study, what is your perception about that? जो हमने find out किया कि this sector is efficient and this sector is like you can say more less affected by the shocks, and or on the other hand will remain the stable. For that purpose, what is the active role to be played by these regulatory body, that is Reserve Bank of India and the SEBI? What is your perception?
Ma'am, I think that the sectors which are found inefficient in my study, regulatory bodies can contribute towards the inefficient sectors. Like they can provide the maximum capital support to these sectors. They can provide an environment of trading in which traders can be increased, or more trading environment can be created for the investors to make them more efficient. And in an efficient sector, speculative activities are controlled and abnormal profit opportunities are disappeared. So the government
should play an active role for this.
Yeah.
Why we use the Arch and Garch? How they are different from each other?
Arch effect actually stays the previous news shocks, whether they are positive or negative, news shocks on the current period volatility, while the Garch effect covers the previous covariance.
Okay.
Covariance impact on the current period covariance.
Okay. One more observation, findings of your study on the basis of volatility. You says there are specific sector where actually volatility die quickly because of shocks. Any specific sector or indices which you can identify कि ये सबसे बढ़िया और यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा है in terms of highest return, in terms of lowest volatility, and to turn around in the short period.
Ma'am, though the sectors which were found inefficient,
वाइवा चल 2-4 मिनट खत्म होने वाला
heterogeneous responses was captured.
उसके पास है वो
The sectors which
उसको
were
ले ले
inefficient plus heterogeneous responses was there are the
वहीं से ले ली
most prominent sector for the investors because these
एक
can provide
10
not
वाइवा
only
खत्म
the
हो जाए
normal
5-4 मिनट कर
profits
रहे
but also to control the volatility also. And while IT sector
बोलो.
is IT sector is suitable for the risk in aversive investors because it shows less volatility.
One more question. You talked about the equity. If I'm talking about the other financial instrument, आपने future direction में और limitation में भी बताया कि I have not taken into consideration the other financial instrument, even the derivative. If I'll ask you the question, your future research can be on these financial instrument, maybe the derivative can be the future forward option or swap or any other like you can say financial
Currencies.
even. हाँ बिल्कुल. So my question is the same tools and techniques of analysis will work?
Yes, ma'am. Same tools and techniques will definitely work in all the sectors because these all the sectors would use the data of daily price series or their daily contract regular contract prices, closing prices are there, and so these tools would definitely work with other instruments also.
My last question to you, Tina. आपने when you talked about the significance of study, you have bifurcated that my significance of study is for the academician, that is a researcher, and my study is significant for the investors. My study is beneficial for others also. My question is, if in the period of COVID-19, so how this is beneficial to the investors, individual or institutional investors?
Ma'am, the results that I have found out were only of efficiency, volatility, and co-integration. If I kept in mind these three factors, then I can work in any period, whether it is of COVID-19 recession or booming period. And in COVID period,
you can, beta. Tina, you can use the either it is a recession or the inflation, but the don't you think the efficiency and the level of efficiency, volatility, and the third co-integration will make the difference in the period of COVID-19 scenario, of current scenario?
What actually efficiency says, efficiency is that the securities or stock prices quickly absorb the information, whether it is negative or whether it is positive. It is quickly reflected. If it is quickly reflected, it means market is efficient. If the information nature is of negative.
Okay, मुझे बताइए अभी market क्या है? Efficient है नहीं है?
Efficient है because negative news are coming into the market that COVID-19 is there in the market. So all around there is negative. Yeah. Negative news is coming and it is quickly observed, so the market is has gone down, and there is slowdown.
Very good, and you have done great job, and its contribution to the supervisor as well as to the department and your efforts. So really great, and from my side, I want to congratulate Shweta and the department. She has done great job and बहुत अच्छा, सच में बहुत अच्छा. मुझे भी थोड़ा research में बहुत interest है. मेरा area of interest is research only. So in finance and accounting, she बहुत अच्छा काम किया. बहुत अच्छा काम किया है इस बच्ची ने, और this research can be published without any hesitation. without any hesitation. So anything else? हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
मैडम
From my
आपको भी
side,
बहुत बहुत
done. हाँ जी
आपको
सर.
भी बहुत बहुत बधाई फॉर सक्सेसफुली कंडक्टिंग द PhD वाइवा ऑफ हरियाणा स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस।
Thank you sir. Thank you
श्वेता
very
सिंह
much.
को भी बधाई है।
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
डीन मैडम लाइन पे हैं, जरा एक बार मैडम को जरा वीडियो।
हाँ जी सर.
मैडम
हाँ जी. हाँ जी सर.
हमारे डीन मैडम लाइन पे।
हाँ श्वेता, टीना, ये अपनी जो शेयर कर रहे हैं स्क्रीन, इसको अगर आप बंद करेंगे तो सब देखेंगे. शेयर स्क्रीन करनी जो है बंद कर दो, तो सब हम एक दूसरे को देखेंगे फिर.
ठीक है, ठीक है।
हाँ, फिर हम एक दूसरे से बात कर सकते हैं आराम से.
ओके मैम, ओके.
हाँ मैडम उस शारदा को लेके आना जरा संदीप स्क्रीन पे।
मैडम ने वीडियो शेयर नहीं किया हुआ।
मैडम।
हाँ जी सर.
मैडम उषा अरोड़ा जी।
अच्छा, वो उन्होंने शायद शेयर नहीं किया होगा तो इसलिए विजिबल नहीं है. बोल सकते हैं आप. आई कैन हियर दैट. हाँ,
मैं कोई सोच रहा था मैडम अगर बोल। मैडम
उषा अरोड़ा मैम है अभी?
हाँ लाइन पे तो है
मैम. श्वेता मैम, उषा अरोड़ा है लाइन पे?
लाइन पे तो है, लेकिन वो वीडियो शेयर नहीं कर रहे।
आगे 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 मैडम का वीडियो भी आगे।
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
मैडम का मैडम का वीडियो आगे। मैडम मैडम उषा अरोड़ा जी, आवाज नहीं आ रही मैडम की। साउंड म्यूट तो नहीं कर रखा, देखना संदीप।
नहीं, म्यूट तो नहीं है।
देखना संदीप, मैडम का साउंड म्यूट तो नहीं है। साउंड म्यूट है।
जिनका
म्यूट किया
मैडम का साउंड खोलिए। अनम्यूट हो गया?
हाँ जी।
हाँ मैडम, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही। मैडम उषा अरोड़ा मैडम। मैडम बोल तो रहे हैं, मैं सुन नहीं रहा।
अच्छा, सुन नहीं रहा सर. सर वो अनम्यूट करवा दो उनसे.
तुम्हें क्या बोल रही है? आप बोल रहे बीच में क्या करो?
मैडम
नहीं मैम
तारीफ ही कर रहे होंगे मैडम।
सही है मैडम,
कोई नहीं,
सबकी आवाज सही है जी।
नहीं, पर सुन
मैडम उस ऑर्डर की आवाज आ रही है क्या?
नहीं, मुझे तो कोई नहीं. मुझे आपकी सर आवाज सुन रही है बस.
मैडम भी है, ठीक है। चलिए मैडम, ऐसा है, अभी वो आपको रिपोर्ट वगैरह भी भेज देंगे बना के।
हाँ जी सर, बिल्कुल.
और वो जो आपका जो नाम वगैरह ठीक करके भेजना, श्वेता सिंह नोट कर लें, उसको ठीक करके भेज देंगे।
बिल्कुल सर. जैसे आप उसको भेजेंगे, मैं उसको साइन करके स्कैन करके वापस मेल के थ्रू सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स भेज दूंगी.
हाँ उसी पे भेज देना। फिर मैडम कल हम ये जमा करवा देंगे ऑफिस में।
हाँ नहीं, कल सुबह तक मैं भेज देती हूँ कंप्लीट करके. अगर आज हो गए, आज भी, अगर आज हो गए सर तो मैं आज भी भेज दूंगी. अगर आज नहीं हुआ तो कल सुबह तक आ जाएंगे.
As you feel comfortable.
नो प्रॉब्लम सर, ऑन द सेम मेल. सर मैं आपको बताऊं, दिस इज द फर्स्ट वाइवा. हमारे पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी अभी सोच रही है, करे ना करे. मेरे 3 बच्चों का वाइवा भी ड्यू है, तो वो अभी सोच रहे हैं. और आप यू हैव डन इट, और दैट्स मीन कंग्रेचुलेशन टू यू. बहुत बड़ी बात
ये मैडम वाइवा तो आपने किया, कंग्रेचुलेशन टू यू.
नहीं, इट्स योर सपोर्ट, इट्स योर रिक्वायरमेंट, एंड आई एम डूइंग माय ड्यूटी. नो प्रॉब्लम. ये हम सबकी ड्यूटी है, ये तो काम करना ही है.
Thank you very much madam.
Thank you sir, thank you very much.
Thank you. We will keep conducting such viva in near future.
Ji sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, please.
Thank you to all of you also. Thank you very much. Can I leave the meeting now?
Sure madam, sure.
Thank you sir. Great. Thank you very much. Okay Shweta, great, congratulations, celebrate. Okay.
Thank you.
अभी thank you बोल दो.
Congratulations madam Shweta Singh, congratulations.
Thank you sir. Thank you everyone.
Okay. और टीना को भी मेरी तरफ से great congratulations.
Thank you ma'am.
Okay. I'm leaving the meeting now. Okay sir.
Okay madam.
साथ भी सुन रहे थे.